tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello everybody, you are watching and listening to AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. It's season 10, the first episode of The Battles.
And Jason got relaxed real quick.
I know, move in, Stephanie
Real
G.
quick.
Hey. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Jason Ikeler. And make sure you follow AfterBuzz TV on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Rate and subscribe. This lovely lady to my left is Stephanie Giorgi. Where can we find you?
You can all find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi.
And boys, introduce yourselves.
Boys, hey, I'm a man.
We are the man.
And well, you know, we're gonna get comfortable too. We can be comfortable.
Oh, wow,
We'll just
I
hang
like
out. This feels awkward a little bit, doesn't it?
Awkward.
It looks
I'm
right.
Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at Will Rosenberg. And this guy
Is Stephen Helmkamp. Hello, welcome to our recap of The Voice. You can find me at Stephen Helmkamp on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect.
Good show for you guys.
So we've got a couple blinds to wrap up.
Yeah.
Let's start with Jared Harder.
Well, it was unique. The blinds ended and the battles began on the
I actually
same
kind
show.
of like that.
Yeah.
I like it too. It's a mix of both.
We do think that The Voice maybe needs to cut down your show a little bit because it's kind of long.
Too long. Not kind of think. We
Yeah.
definitely think.
One night a week, we're good.
Right.
Okay.
And we're really busy, so.
Yeah, we all have lives here, okay? Let's talk
do.
about Jared Harder. I know he was Steffi G's favorite. He's saying Casey Musgrave's Merry-Go-Round.
Yeah, no, he was really good, kind of. I don't know, but I was already so convinced with everyone else that towards the end of the auditions, I didn't really care for them.
Yeah, he got lucky. I'm glad to hear Stephanie didn't really approve because he got lucky. I think Blake just heard someone kind of decent and was like, I need to fill one more spot and I'm not going to risk everyone else sucking, which everyone's pretty good.
Yeah, okay,
but he just jumped on it.
I liked his song choice, and I liked that he flipped it. Like, I like when a guy sings
Really?
a girl
I didn't
song.
like the song.
Yeah. I love that song. But anyways, I feel like he kind of had a basic voice.
Yeah, this was nothing special to me at all. It's your typical trying to fill a spot. Hey, this guy might be good.
And he's
so
kinda
give a
in my
shot.
genre.
Blake's like,
And
if
he's
I pick
kind of
him, I
genre.
can
He's
go
playing
home for the
guitar.
night.
All right,
Yeah.
let's try it out.
Yeah.
And he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him in the live rounds.
No, I don't think so either.
Sorry. Up next was Mashimi, and she's sang Wicked Game by Chris Isaacs. I loved her voice.
I liked her a lot.
Everyone was so gung-ho about her at our watching station, and even all the coaches. She's a doctor turned musician. I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought she was good, but her voice was kind of weak.
I don't think her voice is weak.
I did not hear power.
I think-
in that
I think
song
that's
choice.
control that you're hearing.
I think the better way to describe her voice was seductive. I'm like, oh, it
Because
was
she's
Rosie,
intrigued.
everything is seductive for you.
No, but I was turned on.
That
by
was very
too,
seductive of
Rosie.
you,
I was
Stephanie.
turned on
Was
by
it?
that too. Yeah, but I thought she had so much control over the song, and I feel like she's got a Christina Aguilera run in her, but she just is saving it for us.
I like her. I think she can
so
go a little
too.
bit.
I think she's maybe saving it for us, but I don't think this performance was Christina Aguilera caliber. I don't think this performance right here was super powerful.
See, I like Pharrell called it fresh, and I thought that's exactly what it was. It wasn't because you either on The Voice you get the big Christina Aguilera voice or you get the wimpy like Regina Spektor voice.
Yeah.
And I thought she was a good combination of the two.
Yeah, no, there have been surprisingly a few people in the blinds this season that have been a little different than what we've had. I feel she's a little different. There was a girl last week, the girl original from the UK, her name's escaping me, but she had a little bit of a different voice too. I'm liking it. There's a little more originality, I feel, this season.
yeah,
Artistry
little mix.
shows, yeah.
So she picked Pharrell.
Awesome. Hey, can I cut in real quick?
Yeah,
I got
you
a
can,
quick,
for sure.
quick little live read.
Let's do it.
Yeah, real quick. Hey guys, are you guys curious about a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis? And do you enjoy hearing stories about behind the scenes of Hollywood? If so, you may be also amused by old TV and movie references. Then you're gonna love The Tomorrow Show with Kevin Undergaro. Join AfterBuzz creator and Maria Menounos' fiance, Kevin Undergaro, along with AfterBuzz co-host Roxy Stryer, Ashley Daniels, and others for all the insanity. Watch live Monday and Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time on thetomorrowshow.com. Or subscribe and download free on iTunes. Go to thetomorrowshow.com for more information.
Do it.
Okay, up next we've got Katie Basden, and she's saying Midnight Rider.
Eh.
Wait, this
You
is the
did not
same
like
Katie.
Katie.
This is the same Katie that was in the Battle with Ryan, right? No,
Yeah. This is the same Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw her twice on the same show.
Yeah, Katie's dope.
I thought Katie was really good. I did not like the Midnight Rider.
See, I thought she had a really good country voice, but I felt like it was at like a 9 the whole time, and I wanted to see a little bit more variety.
I thought she had a little bit of a Christina Aguilera element to her. I thought her voice was big and powerful, and like some of the raspiness for a moment, I kind of heard a little bit of Christina there.
Yeah, she's got the power for sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate her stage presence. I think she felt very comfortable, very confident on stage.
Yeah.
And it showed even more when we saw her again later on tonight.
I don't know, Stephanie, what do you think? You've been kind of quiet about all this.
Yeah, no, I was gonna agree with Rosie about the stage presence. Only I want to hear her sing a different song because I'm not a big fan of country all the time, especially country females. So once I see something else, I think I'll like it better.
What would you like to hear her sing?
Something that's not country.
So literally anything.
Anything in the world that is not country, Stephanie's
Something
down
that's
with.
gonna that
She will be-
surprises
she will
me
be
a little
singing-
bit.
Coolio, NWA hip hop.
Yeah.
She'll be singing Slipknot next
There you
week.
go. Let me hear her sing some Aaliyah.
She's very desirable by all the coaches.
I don't think she's singing Aaliyah.
Yeah. Up next we have Jonathan. Oh, she went to Team Adam, by the way. Then we've got Jonathan Hutcherson, who sang "You and I." I actually found him surprisingly refreshing. I don't think there's anybody on this show this season like him. I don't think he's the best vocalist, but I feel like with some coaching, he could go far.
Well, this is the guy who has trouble with hearing. I felt like he had a little bit of trouble with his diction. Obviously, I think that's due to his impairment, his hearing impairment. But I thought his voice was absolutely incredible. He's 16 years old, and to be able to master your voice and develop it at such a young age, and a lot of artists can do that, but I always find that refreshing in a sense.
And I don't think you would know he had any sort of impairment if they
Right.
didn't say it on the show.
It was like we had that girl last season, the one that was deaf in 1 ear.
Yeah.
And she did incredible.
Yeah.
So.
But this guy, every year we have the good-looking young guy who's going to get all the teenage girls to vote for him. However, this year, for a change, it's actually a quite trained voice.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which is different than the others because again,
not just
there's
the looks.
certainly the fine tuning that's needed for him, but it's nice that you have talent already.
Yeah.
With your typical good-looking high school kid.
Yeah, and his story is gonna win over the hearts of his
Oh, for sure. But his story doesn't even bother me because he's got the musicianship to go along with it.
Yeah,
I don't like when the story makes up for
He
the
doesn't need
talent.
to rely on the story.
yeah, the talent's there for sure.
So he went to Pharrell. Final of the night was Aina Johnny, I want to say.
Yeah.
She sang Skyfall by Adele. I love her story. I love her look. I love her voice. I hate this song.
I like the song.
Really?
I thought it was just cool. Who sings a movie soundtrack? The title of a movie soundtrack. I like the song.
You don't
Skyfall.
get that's fair. You don't get too many movie songs on this show, but you always get people trying Adele.
This is like my least. I think this is my least favorite Adele song.
Yeah.
But I love her voice, and I think she's obviously perfect with Christina.
The power, just pure power.
You got chills, didn't you?
No, but I did like
didn't
it a
get
lot.
chills?
I didn't get chills. I did like it a lot, but I thought it was very smart of her to choose a song that she's familiar with so that she could do great because it was a great performance.
Yeah, but she didn't sell Christina until the end of the song where she belted and hit those high
Yeah, but that's
notes.
because
Before
Christina has the big voice, so then when she's listening to it, she has more to think about, and she doesn't want to be like, oh, that's what I hear. You know, it's
Yeah, I think she was waiting
takes
for
one
the
to
high
know
note.
one kind of a thing.
I did
Yeah.
I did like her low register too. I thought she had a strong low register.
She was consistently good.
Yeah. That nose ring though.
Oh, I liked it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, you have a nose ring. That's why.
True. I thought it looks cool. So that wraps up the blinds. So then we got into the battles.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about Adam Levine with Tori Kelly.
She's
Love
so
having her
fun.
on the show.
She's
was
so
on
hot.
Iron.
She is
She's got
hot.
a
They
little
had the
bit.
exact
Banging.
same pink tone hair color.
And so did Gwen Stefani, and so did Christina Aguilera.
What's up? Breast cancer awareness or what?
Maybe.
Even though it's not.
That was not meant to
that-
be an insensitive joke, so don't leave mean comments.
And that
No,
month,
of
and that
course
month,
not.
and that month is in October.
But we don't know when they shot
yeah,
this.
maybe-
I mean, of
almost
course,
done.
you should support it all year round.
Yeah, but they probably shot this in October.
Yeah, support these
Interesting.
bad boys.
This
For those of you
portion of the show brought to you
listening,
by Stephanie
For
For those of
Giorgi.
you listening, she was shimmying,
Again,
and we would
again.
appreciate a gif of this.
Okay, first up was Katie Basden, who we saw earlier, versus Ryan Quinn. They sang "Maybe I'm Amazed." Thought this was the most boring battle of the night.
Really?
Well, because there was
Besides the
other
next
great
one.
battles.
Yeah, I was gonna say you really didn't like the next one. I thought this battle was actually pretty good. I mean, all the coaches touched on it, how they each kind of like raise the stakes on one another in terms of going higher and then topping one another. Ryan's awesome. He's got a really nice kind of a classical raspiness to him. Katie's a big belter. She killed it. I thought it was actually a pretty good, entertaining battle.
See, I thought it was a little bit boring. I thought Katie did a little bit better, but I thought Ryan seemed like he doesn't look like he's connected when he's singing.
And that was his note from Gwen.
And I don't think he improved on it at all.
Yeah.
I liked him better. I kind of knew he was gonna win. I think she
Yeah, you
did
did.
great, but there was something about him that was better to me. I don't know. It just like maybe it was like the whole package, or
He's the more consistent performer. I think Katie did a lot better in this performance than she did in her blind that we were talking about earlier. But that then bears the question, well, to me she was meh in the blind audition. She did great in this one. While
show
Ryan
continued
was
growing.
great in this blind and great in this.
See, I thought Ryan was meh in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. It's okay.
Well, Blake agrees with me. He stole her. And I feel like she'll be perfect for him, though.
Oh, no, I thought Ryan
Yeah.
won the
And that's
battle.
who she wanted
Yeah,
to go
Ryan
with.
won. All right. Blake's advisor was Gwen Stefani for no apparent reason.
No, it was random.
no, it's
was
because
random
Random
drawing.
selection.
of that nanny.
It's because of what? What now? What now, Stephanie?
Nothing.
What does
I'm
that
being
mean?
very vulgar today, guys. Forgive me.
It's okay.
It's been a long day.
So they had Brittany Lawrence versus Paxton Ingram. They sang "I Know What You Did Last Summer" by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. I liked the song. I just don't think they did it justice. I think especially her, when Camila Cabello sings this song, her voice, she's very rangy, but
Yeah.
it was
But
kind of like what
everyone
Christina's
let
now.
Brittany know that she didn't do well today.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Because Brittany sang it in her chest voice the whole time and she needed to flip it a little bit. I thought Paxton was just a little too much.
Okay, I didn't like Paxton at the blinds. I wasn't really a fan of him, right? From the beginning, I didn't really like him. But I did like him a little bit during this battle round, and I kind of think it's because of his performance aspect, and he just brought more, and I felt like he was trying to pull it out of her to help her out, and she just still wasn't getting it, so I kind of appreciated that part of him.
I think he looks the best on stage, like he's got really good stage presence, but if you
His
listen to the
voice
song, he's just over
yeah.
singing everything.
Yeah.
We don't really get to talk about the story of Britney per se, but she auditioned for the show 7 times. Which, on one hand, you could commend her for not giving up.
Oh,
On the
wow.
other hand, you could
Get
be
the
like,
clue.
get a clue.
Yeah, sure.
So I think they almost put her on as like, all right, you've gone
keeps
through all this
auditioning.
stuff 7 times.
No, but I've heard people who've auditioned for The Voice who said that they've been like promised, like, don't worry, we'll get you for the next one, or
Right.
I mean, for the sake of the show.
And that
was
said,
basic, yeah.
That said, on the battle, I thought she actually was the better singer, but Paxton by far is the better performer.
But you haven't heard the original song, right?
I was not familiar with this song. No.
Listen to it after the show and then you'll change your...
Yeah, that was our intro song with Tori Kelly. I thought.
But wait,
That has nothing to do with the song that they were singing.
Oh no.
The song was "I Know What You Did Last Summer."
It's all right. It's all right.
Anyways,
It's
yeah,
all right.
it's
You're
all
on
right.
a Tori
I'm
Kelly
not
binge.
gonna
It's
lie
all right.
though, when they were playing that, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
so I feel you. I think they sound maybe
Maybe I think they're in the
the
same
melody
key or
might be the
something.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Paxton has a really unique sound, kind of like The Weeknd does, but just not as great.
Yeah. I think he
No,
needs the most coaching, but I would have...
He just sounds too much like how he
sound, though.
talks.
He sounds exactly the way he talks, and his dad sounds the same way too. But I actually like his sound because it's something so different, it's something so refreshing, and we haven't even seen any of his dancing yet. That's a whole other element in terms of being a performer.
Yeah.
He's gonna be one of those people this season that he might not be the top guy, but the fans are gonna be behind him because
he's kind of cool.
He's personable.
But
He's cool. He's energetic. You can tell he's
Yeah,
having
I agree.
fun. So I like him.
Okay, up next was the final battle of the
heavyweight
night.
of the night.
Brian
Christina
Bautista.
brought out Patti LaBelle, which is just huge.
Yeah.
super
So it was Brian Batista versus Malik
Say
Hurt.
Bautista.
Batista.
Bautista.
Bautista.
Batista. Patti
Bautista.
LaBelle.
It's not
Bautista.
Italian. It's not
Patti LaBelle
Batista.
does a lot of like shows and stuff. I've like seen her a lot at like junkets and seen her at different like red carpets and stuff. She's out.
Yeah, she's
doing her thing.
working it.
Yeah.
They sang "This Is a Man's World." This is what The Voice is all about. This type of battle.
Absolutely.
They both. I actually didn't like
Incredible
Brian's
singers.
blind audition.
Me
And-
neither. So I was so surprised.
Yeah,
for
No,
Evan.
we were talking about it was just like,
Slayed
oh, it was.
We
he
thought
did
it
the
was just
weekend song. It was just like,
I liked
yeah.
his, no, I actually like. I thought the song was kind of average for him to sing, and I didn't really get to explore all of his talents and range.
But
I
now
thought
we
his
see
blind
it.
audition
Yeah,
was like pretty
but
good.
to
too.
this
absolutely.
was insane.
Yeah.
And I think for me, Brian had a little bit of a better vocal than Malik, but I like Malik's look better.
Well, I
Really, I
still
like
think that
Brian's look
Malik
better.
had a lot to offer, and he brought like.
Malik
he
is a
brought
little
it,
bit more of a
but
unique
Brian,
sound.
Yeah, but Brian was he was official actually when he was
Yeah.
singing, which just blows my mind because I personally did not like the blind audition.
I agree.
And I was so mad that he chose that song, and I was like, bro, that was really bad to me. But this was great.
insane. And then
This
them
was so
together,
good.
that was
The
And that
harmonies were
falsetto,
phenomenal.
Yeah, but his falsetto complimenting Malik's voice
Yep.
was just out of control.
His
I loved
falsetto
it.
was sick. I felt like Malik was up here the entire time, the entire battle, and Brian was all through the
Yeah,
notes,
I
all through the
agree.
ranges, and then he would lay the falsetto down. It's like Malik has the stronger, more powerful voice, but that's all that he was showing us tonight. And Brian was just kind of smooth in and out all over the place. And ultimately, I think that's why.
Yeah, and I felt like I felt more comfortable watching Brian. Malik, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, like, oh, is he gonna mess this up?
Well, because he was really competing. Even Christina said it. The thing about Brian was that he did everything effortlessly.
Yeah.
So that's what was so nice. And because he wasn't so worried about beating him, but rather giving a good performance, that's what made him, like, his essence was just, like, seen, and he connected, and you heard all of his range. So that's why he won. Like, he killed
I
him.
definitely still would have stolen Malik, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I actually
But that's
think
because you can
Pharrell
still
is
coach
gonna be
that.
Pharrell's gonna be perfect for him.
I found it hilarious that the entire critique after it was
Yeah,
just
no
all
one
them
cared.
talking, all them just pitching because we know we're getting one of you,
Yeah.
so this is why you should pick me.
But
Yeah.
low-key, they all pitched to Malik before she chose
Yeah, before
Brian.
she even, that was amazing.
And they were
Right.
all saying, like, you're going to be a big... Like, what Adam was saying, like, I don't have anyone on my team that can do what you guys can do. Come to my team
Like,
and be the
when you be
big
pissed
fish
if
in a
you were
small
on
pond.
Adam's team,
That's
that's
some
Yeah, I'd be
serious
like-
shade to the team.
Right?
Oh, are there
little
any
bit, but-
R&B singers on Adam's team? I know he's got a lot of rockers.
we should have had our list. We don't.
We don't have a list. That
Bummer.
we were unprepared.
Well, that wraps up the show, guys.
That was everything. Battles are underway.
So now we
Favorites?
get more battles, and then I think we have one more week of battles, and then knockouts.
So battle will be again tomorrow, and then probably then next Monday and Tuesday, and then they'll begin the knockouts the following week.
Perfect. Okay, do we have a favorite from tonight?
I do.
Ooh.
Duh.
Ooh, favorite from tonight.
Bautista. Brian Bautista.
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 Brian
Okay,
Bautista.
but then also shout out to Ayana Jani.
Okay.
She was good too.
I think my favorite of the blinds that we saw was
and
Mushmi. Moshimi, or however you pronounce it. Mushmi.
Push me.
Oh my god, I'm
You're
not
like,
responsible
oh, my
for-
star.
Oh yeah, I put a star next to her. She was so good.
But as far as the battles, Brian was
Steven.
definitely MVP.
She was so good.
Mushmi?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
That's
great.
what I thought.
She's good.
Okay.
Mushmi. It's
I want to see more
Mushmi.
Mushimi.
Mushimi. You know who
Stephanie
we're
G,
talking
who was
about. I
your
want to see more
favorite?
from you.
I said it, Brian.
Oh, okay. Well, that wraps up our show. Christian, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on the internet, on Twitter, @Will Rosenberg. You can find me on Instagram, @The Will Rosenberg. You can buy these t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. And a quick plug, April 1st, I'll be performing at the Dallas Comedy House in Dallas, Texas. It's from wrestling-themed improv WrestleMania weekend. DallasComedyHouse.com. Buy your tickets today.
Awesome. Very cool, man. And just a recap, you can go to thetomorrowshow.com for more information about this new show that we have at
Do it.
It's going to be really hot. You can find me at Stephen Helmkamp on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for being with us tonight.
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, on Instagram at @TheStephanieGiorgi, and for 2 AfterBuzz shows tomorrow, American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and The Fosters.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler. And you can find AfterBuzz TV at AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you back in here next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.